Thank you for tuning in to the NCTC Plated Up Kentucky Proud Recipe of the Month. We are featuring a spinach and mushroom quiche today. So our feature produce is going to be spinach. We're in the month of March and our greens are starting to come in season at the farmer's market, and you will also be able to find these on sale at your grocery store. And so let's get started. So first off, you will need 2 cups of spinach. My spinach has been washed. You need 2 cups of mushrooms that are chopped up. You will need half of an onion that is chopped up, a tablespoon of olive oil, a teaspoon of paprika, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and then you will need 8 eggs. You will need 4 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of cheese, and then some Parmesan cheese to sprinkle on top of your quiche. And then you will need 1 cup of milk and 2 pie crusts for this recipe. So first off, we need to preheat our oven, which I've done, to 400 degrees. And so while our oven heats, we are going to get started on making the mushroom spinach mixture. So we are going to take our olive oil and put it in our skillet. And then we are going to add our onion to this. We are going to add our spinach. And remember, this looks like a lot of spinach, but when you cook spinach, it's going to cook down. So this is going to be a lot smaller once it gets cooked down. And then we are going to add our mushrooms to this dish. And we are going to add our garlic powder in here and our crushed red pepper flakes. I can't remember. I think I might have called that paprika earlier, but they're crushed red pepper flakes if I did make that mistake. So we're going to let this cook down for a minute. So while this is cooking, we are going to start on our filling for our quiche. So the great thing about this recipe is it makes 2 quiche. If you do not want it to make 2, then all you have to do is half the recipe. So instead of 8 eggs, you would use 4 eggs. Instead of 2 cups of spinach, you would use 1 cup, and so on throughout the recipe. So we are going to take our eggs and we are going to add our 4 tablespoons of butter into our egg mixture. We are going to add our cheese. You can use any type of cheese. I think for this recipe I'm using cheddar cheese. And then we are going to add our 1 cup of milk. And then I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to whisk this all together. So I'm whisking this. So one of the great things about spinach is they are very good for you. So they're high in vitamin A and vitamin C. And because they're in season, you can get a really good price at your farmer's market with spinach. When you are choosing to buy spinach, whether it be at the farmer's market or the grocery store, it's best that you choose nice green leaves. You want to avoid leaves that are torn, that are black or yellow or look wilted when you're purchasing them. And spinach can store in your refrigerator for about 2 to 3 days. So it is a type of produce that once you buy it, you really need to plan on using your produce right away. It is something that's not going to last long. It's also great too if you do get a good sale. Spinach freezes really well, so what you would want to do is you would want to blanch your spinach, and then you would put it in a Ziploc bag with a 1/2 inch of headspace, and then put it in your freezer, and then you could pull it out to put your spinach in other types of dishes if you were not going to eat it right away. So my mixture has cooked down, and now our recipe says that we are going to add it into our egg mixture. So I'm going to scoop out all of our ingredients in here. I wish you all could smell this. It smells so good. This is also, if you wanted to add other types of vegetables that start to come in season. So when summer gets here, if you wanted to add tomatoes or pepper, this would be a really great dish. Or, if I was making this for my family, I would actually leave out the mushrooms because my family doesn't really like mushrooms. So we would substitute this and maybe put like a pepper or something else in this. So I'm going to give this a good mix, and then we are going to pour this into our pie crust. And so this is a pie crust that is unbaked, and so we're going to pour half of our mixture into this pie crust because remember we said it was going to make 2. So I have half my mixture into this one, and then half of my mixture is going to go in here. And then our recipe says that we are going to bake both of these recipes for 15 minutes at 400 degrees, and then we are going to lower our temperature to 350 degrees and let them bake for another 30 to 35 minutes until you can tell that all the egg has been cooked through. So now I'm going to top my mixture with some Parmesan cheese, and then I'm going to pop these in the oven, and then we will return and I will show you the finished product. So our other quiche are still baking, but I did prepare another quiche earlier this morning, and this is the beautiful finished product. It looks so delicious and golden brown. I can't wait to be able to eat a bite, and I wish I could share it with you all. With that being said, if you would like the recipe for this spinach and mushroom quiche, you can contact Barry with NCTV, or you can go to Plate It Up Kentucky Proud and search in spinach and mushroom quiche and be able to find the recipe that way. Or, as always, you can contact your local extension office and we would be happy to provide you with the recipe. Thank you for tuning in to this month's NCTV's Recipe of the Month, and we'll see you next time.